All right, what's up, everyone? How's it going? Got my coffee. I'm ready to go. Another live stream. Yeah. How you doing? We're off. All right. Got all kinds of people waiting here. All right, that's cool to see. Bad stuff on my shirt, huh? Wow, I see how it is. I see how it is. Oh, looks like he might be gone. Anyway, been slacking with attending the streams lately. Oh, you better work on that, I guess. I mean, hey Jay, what's up? Jay from Insane Coaster Junkie here. Wait, Adventureland is getting an SNS coaster. What? Wait, hold the trim brakes. Hold the trim brakes. What? Where did we learn about this? Wait, SNS coaster Adventureland is there rumors or something? Are there filings for something? Yeah, I saw that Luke was at Universal. That's awesome. That's awesome. Hey, yeah, good to see you too, Cyberfox. Hope you're staying safe and well out there, as well as all of you. So let's see. Have idea for video I was talking about a while back. SNS Woodies. What kind of video? Like whatever happened to or something? Because I know a couple people have suggested that. Oh, a picture of supports, huh? I'll have to look this up. You know what? Hold everything right now. That's right. We're gonna keep it going trimless here. There are SNS supports at Adventureland apparently. So let's look up Reddit Adventureland poster. Let's see if we can find this. Is this new? Or maybe somebody has a link to that Reddit thread there, so I could look at it. If I can't find it here, because I'm not seeing it. I don't know. I don't know where it's at exactly. Seven hours ago. Yeah, I'm not. I looked up Adventureland, coaster Reddit, and I'm just seeing stuff from when they added Phoenix, that last coaster of theirs. Driving 10 hours to Wisconsin tomorrow. Okay. Nice. Yeah, it would be awesome if it was the Axis because, I really want to see one of those Axis models too. I didn't talk about that in my video. To be honest with you guys, I kind of forgot about it when I made the video talking about what they might possibly get to replace Dragon. For some reason, I kind of forgot about the Axis coaster. And I do that quite a bit, it seems like, until recently. I would forget about the Axis coaster, but it is a thing that's out there. And I think it'd be cool to see one of those. I want to see how that works out. So SNS would be a great fit at Kings Island. Yeah, maybe put something like Steel Curtain where Vortex was. Yeah. Our master says Fury 325 is overrated. Changing my mind. I mean, I'm not going to argue with you. It might be a little overrated, but it's a great ride. So yeah, yeah, I saw his video. I watch air. You guys should know I watch Airtime Thrills videos like as soon as I can. So yeah, of course I saw that. What do I think the surf coaster is? Well, to be quite honest, nobody knows what the surf coaster is. Nobody knows except for the people at B&M. Um, so everything that we talk about is pure speculation. So really, I don't know. I just know I'm pretty positive it's not going to be a stand-up coaster. That would just make no sense for B&M. Oh, My Nerves Your Everyday Tool by Soilwork. That's one of their songs I'm not as familiar with because it's like a B-side. That or it's not, yeah, it's sort of like a B-side thing. They released a bunch of songs from that album that didn't make it on the album. Um, and I need to listen to those again because those were pretty good songs from what I remember. See, Coaster Hour says I think it is either free spin or an access coaster from the supports and in that Dragon Slayer teaser, the logo spins. Yeah, yeah. I did see that. So it probably is a free spin or an access. And to be honest, um, as disappointed as a lot of enthusiasts, including myself, would be if it did turn out to be a free spin, it would make sense for that park, and I could see why they would get that. Um, yeah, the Death Resonance album to be quite the banger. Yeah, like I said, I need to listen to that again. Um, I'm very familiar with all of their regular full length albums, but like when it comes to like Helsinki, like the B sides and stuff like that, not as much. Our master says he thinks the surf coaster would be B&M's take on 40 coaster. It's certainly possible. Coaster Key's the newest member of Insane Coaster Junkie. All right, congratulations, Coaster Key, member of Insane Coaster Junkie. All right. Oh, video of the supports at Adventureland. There's a video of it. Okay. Yeah, we do. We need Cedar Point to reopen. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. It's confusing. Yeah. Adventureland filmed at Kennywood. And then you got Adventureland in Iowa. Then you got all the other amusement parks around the world called Adventureland. It's confusing. I don't think it'll be a stand-up coaster. I do not see that working out at all. That's way that would not make any sense for B&M to do. I know a lot of people are suggesting that, and I even talked about it in the past because I heard other people talking about it, but it just wouldn't make any sense for them to bring back the standing coaster concept. I just would not understand that. Okay. Is there any info on Ohio Parks opening? Here's what we know. Mike DeWine, the governor of Ohio, is going to address tomorrow, Thursday. He's going to address amusement parks, zoos, and that kind of stuff. So, yeah, he's gonna, and he did say yesterday he'd be talking about stuff. Um, on Thursday, he'd be talking about that, and he said for most of the places it would be good news. That's what he said. For most of the places, it'd be good news. And by the way, thank you, Midnight Coaster, so much. Seriously, thank you so much. That is awesome. For the donation there, I really appreciate that. I really, I did not expect that, and that's phenomenal to see. I'm glad you guys enjoy the show. Yeah, I really appreciate that. Um, he says, my speculation, this is Midnight Coasters, by the way. My speculation on the surf coaster, 4D style trains with seats facing outwards instead of forwards or backwards. A lot of people are talking about concepts like that where the seats face outwards. To be honest, I don't know if I could see that because it just seems like it wouldn't be that comfortable. Um, But who knows? I mean, like I said, nobody really knows what the surf coaster is yet. And by the way, thank you again so much, Midnight Coasters. I really appreciate it. Put a lot of time and effort into putting the coaster cafes together and, working on all the videos and everything. And I'm not complaining about it. I absolutely appreciate all the support you guys give me. I do put a lot of time into that stuff, and I'm so glad you guys all enjoy it. Thanks for the support, getting me to 3,000 subscribers, which, by the way, I just reached 3,000 subscribers. So Thank you, everyone. Thank you guys for all the support. I'm not going to make like a big thing for the 3,000 special because it would just become too redundant doing it all the time. But thank you, Stanford Bridge. Thank you so much for supporting my channel all this time. Um, I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Thank you for that. So what else do we got going on here? Do I think the lawsuit with Ohio gyms and spas will help Cedar Point open earlier? I really don't know anything about that lawsuit, so I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to speak to it because I don't really know much about it. You heard Cedar Point was getting a flying coaster. It's all rumors. A lot of people think Cedar Point will get a flying coaster at some point. I do as well. I think eventually Cedar Point's going to get a B&M Flyer. I think it might even be their next coaster. We just don't know, you know, we don't know for sure if it's going to happen, and we don't know when it's going to happen. So thank you guys very much. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. So all y'all are awesome. I'm glad you enjoy it. Really am. I'm really glad you enjoy it. Do I think El Toro will ever get RMC'd in its lifetime? I'm gonna say no. I don't think so. It's crazy to think about a day where something like that could potentially happen, but I don't think it's going to. Flying Point for Cedar Point's flyer. Oh man, that'd be awful. That'd be a name for that other list I need to make. You know, I've been on one Vekoma Flying Dutchman and I was not a fan. That was Nighthawk. So I did only ride it once. So whenever I go back to Carowinds, as long as Nighthawk is still there, I'll give it another shot. But they won't make a stand-up coaster as a model. They need to be extremely successful. They need a new concept, not a concept that already exists. That's what they always do. I agree. I agree with that. Plus, the whole stand-up concept would just be way too risky to bring back. It just doesn't make any sense. So yeah, yeah. Stricker's Grove. They just announced a few days ago, actually, that they're not opening at all this year. Which it's not open to the public for a whole lot of days anyway. It's only like there's like a few days every year that they have that place open to the public, and then the rest of the time it's just used to like rent out for like picnics and stuff like that. But yeah, that really stinks, but it would just make no sense for them to open this year. It just wouldn't be worth it. So oh, Din Dog is in here. What's up? How you doing, Din Dog? Good to see you in here. I remember seeing you commenting. Um, Glad you can make it here. She said, uh, they had a Flying Dutchman at Giaga Lake and I rode it. It was okay, I guess. Yeah. I never got that credit, unfortunately, but I did ride the one at Carowinds. Like I said, I wasn't a fan of it. Uh, I heard Firehawk was a lot better, but I never got to try it. So the best part of a Dutchman is the part where your legs feel like jelly after. I could see that because those rides are really, really intense. They really are. Those are really intense rides. Yep, Looping Thrills. I saw your video on the surf coaster. Yes, I did. Good work. Good work, by the way. Have I seen what train Cedar Point leaked? Unless there's something new where they showed the entire train, I haven't seen that. I saw the envelopes that Tony Clark posted with the front of the train sticking out. That's all I've seen. So okay, look up supports at Adventureland. I'll check it out. I'll check. Excuse me. I'll check it out. They're contesting the constitutionality of the lockdown. They got an injunction from the court so they can open. Okay, the spas and stuff. Okay, interesting. Interesting. I do think things are going to be opening up that haven't opened yet. I think the rest of things will be opening eventually or sometime soon, I should say. But we'll see what DeWine says tomorrow. He's going to address that stuff tomorrow as far as amusement parks and zoos and whatnot. Batwing is decent. Batwing is absolutely incredible. We got all this stuff about Nighthawk is the only bad one. Okay. Oh shoot, Midnight Coasters. Thank you again. Thank you so much, really. That's crazy. Cedar Point did not announce a new coaster. No, they have not announced a new coaster. Um any talk of a new coaster at Cedar Point is pure speculation at this point. Tornado at Adventureland caught on fire a few days ago. What? Anybody else know about that? I don't know what time he's talking about it tomorrow, but Midnight Coasters says Jurassic Coaster is hauling through construction. I wouldn't be surprised if we got a 2020 opening or very early 2021, like January or February. Yeah, I could see that. And they've been working on it for a while, so it should be done fairly soon, I would think. Um, Small fire and the damage was minimal. Okay, but yeah, the Velocicoaster or yeah, Velocicoaster, Jurassic Coaster, whatever you want to call it. I saw a recreate or a POV that somebody made of what that's going to look like. I am so excited for that ride. Velocicoaster, holy crap. It looks incredible. I mean, it looks really good, guys. If you haven't checked it out, um yeah, go look at the POV rendering that somebody did in No Limits of the Velocicoaster. And Den Dog here says DeWine always goes on at 2 p.m. 2 p.m. Thank you for that info. I always just see the stuff in the articles online, so I never really watch the live address things, but maybe I'll try to catch that tomorrow if possible. But yeah, DeWine is going to be addressing amusement parks, zoos, tourist stuff, all that kind of all those kinds of things tomorrow. So be looking out for that around 2 o'clock, I guess. So thanks for that info. Let's see. If you see how much track has been installed, it's probably close to 40-50% done with track work. Yeah, I believe that because I've seen pictures. I haven't kept up with it really closely, but I've seen a few pictures and it does look like they have a lot done. So is it too far fetched to say that Six Flags will build a B&M wing soon for two or three of their major parks if it's only $18 million and is much bigger, better, longer than Max Force, which was $15 million? Um, if they did get $18 million wing coasters for two or three major Six Flags parks, honestly, I don't think it's very likely. And even if they were only $18 million, you're going to have pretty small scale wing coasters, like probably kind of like the one that was originally proposed for King's Dominion a while back that apparently isn't happening now. It was just a proposal from B&M. It would probably be something pretty small and underwhelming, to be honest, if they were $18 million. Unless they would get a really good deal, for signing a contract to do like several of them. I don't know. But I don't know. That's all just coming from me thinking off the top of my head. Can we get the stream to 3,030 likes? Let's do that. Let's do it. Okay. Coaster Roaster says I could see Six Flags getting some smaller dive coasters. Possibly. I don't know. I'm not very hopeful about Six Flags working with B&M anytime soon. Yeah, I agree with Coaster Hour here. He says, I don't think Six Flags will get a B&M for a good while. I'd expect some point after 2024 if they did. So yeah, I agree with that. I think if they do get a B&M, it'll be after 2024 probably. Yeah. Check out Adventureland's new coaster, the pictures here. Apparently they have supports. Last 7 hours. Let's see. Oh, okay. Supports at Adventureland. There we go. I see some supports. All right. Okay, so people in the comments on Reddit right now are saying, um, yeah, so yeah, it's definitely SNS apparently. People that seem to know more about supports than I do are saying it's definitely SNS. Some people are saying it's definitely a 40 free spin. Other people are saying no, there's a chance it could be an Axis. So I don't know, but it is an SNS coaster. It looks like. Does Six Flags have a beef with B&M? No, they don't have a beef with B&M. It's just that Six Flags can't really afford those expensive B&Ms. They're just not in a good spot to spend money on those right now. They haven't gotten a new B&M since 2013 with X Flight at Six Flags Great America. So, yep. If I could stay at an on-site hotel at any park in the world for 4 days and 4 nights, expenses paid, which park would I choose? Very good question. Let's see. Any park in the world, 4 days, 4 nights. Hmm. Let me see. Fantasialand maybe. I don't know if I'd need 4 days there though, but I'll go with Fantasialand. Yeah, Magic Mountain's getting a Jersey Devil clone next year. That's about as closest to confirmed as we can get without them confirming it. So 2012. Okay, X Flight opened in 2012. My bad. Yeah, I was thinking Tokyo Disney Sea as well about it staying on site. Possibly that Europa Park. Maybe I'd stay at Europa. I don't know. Um, yeah, I okay. Looping Thrills. I hate to bust it to you. I don't think there's going to be anything major, any crazy additions. I know Six Flags has a new CEO, but he just started with the company. So all of their 2021 investments were already secured by that point. Um, and then the way things are going right now, they're going to have to cut back a lot. Um, I wouldn't expect anything too crazy for 2021. I hate to say it, uh, but I think you're going to have to lower your expectations a little bit. It'd be nice to be proven wrong for sure, but I just don't see it. Okay, you'd stay at Tokyo Disney Sea. Okay. That would be a good one to stay at. Even though it don't really have coasters, but uh looks like an amazing park. The inside coaster at Kings Island, Flight of Fear. Flight of Fear is a pretty fun ride. It's fun. It's a good supporting coaster for Kings Island. Yeah, I really want to go to Alton Towers as well, Cyberfox. I'm right there with you. Does Alton Towers have on-site places? Maybe I'd stay at Alton Towers. That would be nice. Oh, okay. Stanford Bridge did stay on site at Europa Park, and he loved it. Okay, that's good. See, maybe I would probably do that. I'd stay at Europa Park. Let me change my answer to Europa. Yeah, the boardwalk, Cedar Point boardwalk idea has been going around for a while. It would be nice to see them do that eventually. Okay, I've talked about the a lot of people have asked me about the B&M Surf Coaster, and I talked about that earlier on this stream. I don't want to keep repeating myself. And I did a video about it. So, Harry, if you want to go back and watch my video I made recently about my thoughts on the possible surf coaster, you can watch that. But basically, I don't think it's going to be a stand up. It just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So, oh, okay. Europa has shorter hours. Okay, so that would be a good option then. Okay. Where did I get this? Okay. A lot of people ask about the carpet tapestry thing behind me. Uh yeah, so I got it for Christmas a long, long time ago. I don't know where it came from. I tried to look for it online and I couldn't find the same thing. But I've had it for well over a decade and it just sat there. I just sat somewhere for a really long time. Then when I started doing these, I was like, that would be a good backdrop. So yeah. West Coast Racers looks awesome. I think it looks like an awesome ride. Yeah, that's no Coaster Mania says my dad works for a gas company. The person that does the stuff for the park says they couldn't build over Lake Erie. That does not surprise me. Uh, I never thought that Cedar Point would actually build something over Lake Erie. Like, oh, you're talking about the boardwalk. I thought you were talking about like a coaster or something. Okay. Um, yeah, and I don't think the boardwalk would necessarily go on Lake Erie, but maybe just like an area of the park on the beach, I think. Yeah, I don't think I could do 4 days at Magic Mountain. I mean, if you're gonna do 4 days at any Six Flags park, it would be Magic Mountain, but yeah. Um, technically, there are hyper inverted like, Wicked Twister is over 200 feet tall, and the new Impulse they're building in China. YouTube won't let you make custom thumbnails. Huh, interesting. Menacing, menacing, menacing. I need to do a live stream and just saying menacing for an hour straight. I think you guys would love that. I never rode Son of Beast, no. I saw it in person, but it was closed when I was there in 2007, so I didn't get to ride it. Menacing. What if B&M made an inverted Giga? Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. It is cool to think about, but yeah, I don't see that. Menacing. Take another one. Oh, Love Pug said he loves Son of Beast. All right. Let's see. Coaster Hour says only 4-day parks for me. Cedar Point, Hershey Park, Busch Gardens Tampa, Europa Park, Tokyo Disney Sea, Fuji Q Highland, and maybe Fantasia Land. I could agree with those, yeah. Oh, okay. You got the iView Rincons. Nice. I'm glad that they work good. Hopefully they'll serve you well. So awesome. Light just flickered. I'm sorry, my internet connection is being weird right now. It's like seems like it's going in and out. It's lagging a lot. So that's just something you guys got to deal with my streams. There's not really anything I can do about that. Oh, Nagashima. Okay, yeah, Nagashima. Another 4-day park. I didn't notice he used your POV for it. I saw the video. Excuse me. But I didn't notice he used your POV. That's awesome. That's awesome. In 5 years, do you think Steel Vengeance will still be most people's number one? Yeah, probably. Not as many people's, but it will still be a lot of people's number ones, I think. Mount Olympus. Oh, man. Mount Olympus should get an SNS or an RMC. Yeah, yeah. Dindog says unless Ellen Schilke designs something even better, which very well could happen. You know, as amazing as Steel Vengeance is, I mean, it's Alan Schilke. He's nuts. He does all kinds of crazy things with his rides. So yeah, Mount Olympus does need a good steel coaster. Definitely Cedar Point. Looping Thrills, definitely Cedar Point. Would I be into riding one of the trackless slope shooters in Japan? I don't even know what that is exactly. I'm not sure what you're referring to, so I don't know. Yeah, Coaster Hour. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. People trying to be more hipster, not saying Steel Vengeance is number one. And that's fine if you actually don't think it's number one, but don't just say it's not your number one because a bunch of other people say it is, yeah, it's crazy. Oh, yeah, yeah. Great risk for detached retina. I'm afraid that Steel Vengeance would do me in. Yeah, I'd be worried about that too, honestly. I don't blame you. That sucks though. You haven't been able to try it. Oh, I'm a new subscriber. Hi. What's up, Arkansas Valley Coasters? Good to see you here. Welcome. Kings Island's next coaster. Go watch the video I did back in October. I talked about that in depth. So, oh, man. Coaster Roaster says Iron Gwazi looks a bit overhyped aside from a few elements. It doesn't do a whole lot. Um, yeah, I wouldn't say that it doesn't do a whole lot, but yeah, it doesn't do a whole lot completely new. And I would kind of agree with you. It does seem like it's getting a little bit overhyped, maybe. But I don't know. It does look like one of the best coasters in the world, though. It really does. Yeah, and that's fine, Millennium Force, man. That's your opinion, and that's fine. You don't have to think it's number one. So I know some people like Millennium Force over it still. I can't argue with that. Millennium Force is a great ride, so it's my third favorite in the park. It used to be my first favorite in the park, but yeah, Millennium Force, amazing ride. Excuse me, I'm so tired. Why would they tear it down? Tear what down? Do I think Cedar Point will get an RMC T Rex? According to rumors, that might not even happen now, the T Rex, which kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense. So if we do see a T Rex, it's not going to be for a long time. Opinion on X2? It looks great. It's one of my bucket list rides. Yeah, I haven't been on it, so it looks awesome though. Yeah, exactly. RMC wants to sell the Raptors. They want the Raptors to do very well before they start building the T Rex. And honestly, I don't think the Raptors are selling as well as they thought they were going to. So yeah, we'll see how Jersey Devil and its clone does. Maybe the single rails have more of a life in them than we think. Maybe they will do better in the future. It might just take a little bit for them to pick up traction, but so far they haven't been the hotcakes that RMC was hoping they would be. So, and I mean, Alan Schilke even said that explicitly, like that basically that they're not doing as good as they thought they would with the Raptors. So, okay, X2 is your number one. Nice, nice. Yeah, I saw theme park hunting's video on it. He did a really good job actually talking about that. That's where I found out about that actually. Yeah, I'm itching to get on Orion as well. It looks awesome. Do I think Orion will be the worst Giga? Absolutely not. No. I think Steel Dragon 2000 will probably still be the worst, and it won't be. Also, uh, for what's the one called? The Strata Giga. That one, Red Force. Um, that's not as good either. I don't think as any of the other Gigas. So yeah, I thought Six Flags would have bought a bunch of the Raptors too. It just seems like right up their alley. And I mean, to be fair, Six Flags has bought a few of them. I mean, they bought the first one, and then they added one, or they're adding one at Great Adventure for this year. And then there's the clone coming to Magic Mountain next year. So they have gotten at least three of them so far. But you would think they would just clone those and put them everywhere, being Six Flags. Yeah, I think Orion will be middle of the pack in terms of gigas as well. I agree. Like, it'll be, it might be better than Leviathan. It might not be better than Leviathan, but it's going to be around the middle of gigas, I think. So, do I think Cedar Point will get a single roller coaster? Not for a long time. If they do, it's going to be a while. Orion looks to have the best drop out of the Gigas. Possibly. I really love Millennium and Fury's drop though. So Huh. Is anyone annoyed how Six Flags seems to name all their rides after comic book characters? I kind of hate it. Yeah, you're not the only one that thinks that. It does get very, very old. It got old a long to like over 10 years ago, and they're still doing it with all their rides. So, oh, Intamin has a single rail concept, huh? I did hear about that somewhere. That's interesting. That'll be interesting to see. Yeah, RMC is they're getting competition now, you know. I mean, they could only go for so long without, other companies trying to dip their toes in. So, do I think any Six Flags parks will get sold soon? Not real soon. I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, the comic book names, I don't hate the names themselves. It's just that they're so overused, you know? We've heard them a million times. The same names. Ha, Camille Bilson is stealing from Ellen Schilke. Yes, he is. Yeah. Coaster Lab. Good old designer in our community here, which is awesome. So, yeah, that's very true. I mean, for the general public, they don't go to all these different parks, so they don't realize all these rides have the same name. So they're just like, "Oh, this is cool," you know? Like it's Batman, it's a Batman ride, it's a Superman ride, it's awesome, you know? But yeah, Coaster Hour, it is pretty tacky, it is. I'm glad it's not a comic name as well. But apparently the clone at Magic Mountain is going to be, well, there's nothing to confirm that, but it's likely going to be a DC theme based on where it's at in the park. Yeah, exactly. It gets confusing because Joker will be an SNS 40 free spin at one park, then at another park it's an RMC hybrid. Or Batman will be an SNS 40 free spin at one park, be a mouse at a bunch of parks, and then be a B&M invert. So it's crazy. Yeah. You haven't met anyone who thought the names were cool? Okay, maybe the GP doesn't like those names. I don't know. Maybe they don't. Doesn't Six Flags Over Georgia have two completely different rides themed to the Joker? I'm not sure. I don't know. What manufacturer do you think might be the next big manufacturer? Um, let's see. I think maybe. I think Zamperla is starting to do some cool things, so I would keep an eye on them in the future. Do I have a tutorial on how to not get nuked by a seagull at Cedar Point? No, I don't, because I've never had to deal with that, so I don't know how to avoid it. Yep, they jumped the shark. Absolutely. Yeah, those seagulls are starving right now, man. There's no fries. They don't have any fries. I saw an awesome meme about that on Facebook. It was hilarious. Okay, I think Six Flags Over Georgia has a kiddie coaster and a Larson Looper, both themed to the Joker. Okay. Okay, Coaster Hour says I believe they had a ride that had to be rethemed that used to be Joker. That would make sense because they've done that before. Stanford Bridge says, "What is the smallest permanent park with a coaster you've been to?" For me, either Quasi or Del Grasso's or Scandia, Ontario. Let's see. The smallest permanent park I've been to with a coaster. Either oh no, Memphis Kitty Park. Memphis Kitty Park in Cleveland. Yeah. I do have that credit. I got it like 13 years ago. I got that credit. Yeah, seagulls are probably going to war. Absolutely. They probably are. The Intamin single rail concept is called Hot Racer. Interesting. Okay. The seagulls are probably repainting the rides at Cedar Point as we speak. They probably are. They probably are. Oh yeah, speaking of Cedar Point, um oh, you remember Memphis Kitty Park? Awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, that park has been around since like the 50s, I think. It has quite a bit of history actually. So, and it's been voted in the golden tickets as like one of the best kiddie parks or whatever. So, that's pretty awesome. Um yeah, so anyway, Cedar Point, they're testing Magnum now. Uh yeah, Raptor always gets all the seagull crap for some reason. Maybe the seagulls can just see that one so well, you know? I don't know, because of the green, the bright green. I don't know. Oh, okay. They used to take you to Memphis Kittyland? That's awesome. Okay. Yeah, I was there once when I was younger. That was it. I was just there once. And even when I went there, I was already getting kind of too big for kiddie coasters. Like I was growing out of those a little bit. So, Raptor logo angers seagulls. It's too menacing for them. The Raptor logo is too menacing. But yeah, Cedar Point, the webcam showed Magnum testing. They've also tested Valraven and Gatekeeper. They've sent out texts to people a couple weeks ago saying to call to schedule an interview. And of course, like I said, DeWine is addressing amusement parks tomorrow. So it'll be interesting to hear what he has to say for sure. Okay. Dindog says I'm from the Cleveland area, so we went to Kitty Park almost every year when we were little. All right. That's awesome. That's awesome to hear. I don't think they've gotten anything new. I mean, I don't know. I don't keep up with the park, but I feel like it's always pretty much been the same stuff that they have. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. Yeah, Raptor gets all the crap. The reason CP is never getting RMC Raptor because seagulls hate raptors. They could get a T Rex though. You remember the coasters at Boblo Island? Nice. How many coasters will Energylandia have in 100 years? Probably 200 coasters. Coaster Lover says Six Flags Over Texas had a Troika ride, I think, themed to Harley Quinn, but was rethemed when they got his Imperial Giant Discovery themed to Harley Quinn. That is correct. They did have to retheme one of their rides. That was the park I was thinking of. They had to retheme a ride because their new ride was the same name. So they took the hand cars out of Memphis Kittyland. Okay. Took the hand cars out. Okay. Yes, I've heard of Gilroy Gardens. It looks like a beautiful park. Yeah, my Wi-Fi is really touchy. It does this all the time. Unfortunately, it's just something you have to put up with in my live streams. I've disconnected and reconnected many times. There's not really much I can do. So, no, of course CP won't get a Raptor. They already have one. World's first 750-foot water coaster. Oh my gosh. Raptor is your favorite invert? Nice. I love Raptor. So, oh, okay. Six Flags Over Texas actually operated both rides with Harley Quinn name for a year. Interesting. Oh, okay. Yeah. Storybook Land. Yeah. Edaville. Yeah, I know Storybook Land. That's pretty good size. And actually, I mean Idlewild. I've been to Idlewild, and that's good size too. So, and that's mainly focused on kids. You're not the only one who thinks Raptor is really good. A lot of people love Raptor actually. So, yeah, hopefully you get to use that this year, Cyberfox. Hopefully you do. Riding top thrill jakes through the summer. Any tips? I guess try to sit in the front if you can and get it done as soon as you can too. so it doesn't hopefully doesn't close on you because it's really hard to get on that ride. Yeah, Idlewild is pretty good size. It is maybe more of a family park, but it's more so of like a really young oriented family park, if that makes any sense. So it basically is a kiddie park, I guess. Ha, front row or bust. Back row is whippy. Yeah, absolutely. You get good airtime on the top hat too. So good pop of ejector up there. No self promotion. No, downhill. Yeah, downhill adrenaline did a prediction video of the top 10 inverts in the U.S. If you guys want to go check that out, so I left my prediction in the comments too. So very hard to do because those inverts are all so good looking. Oh, you sent the slope shooter link? Yeah, I didn't see that. I didn't see it for some reason. I can look it up later. I'm sure I can find it. Yeah, I didn't see that. Okay, Cyberfox, Magic Seat on Magnum, Car 1, Row 3. Insane. The most insane ejector air. I always sit there. It is so good. Yeah, I don't think you'll be disappointed by Car 1, Row 3. Yeah, some people definitely find the air on Magnum to be painful, but I love it. So I love Magnum. Found the back seats painful. Okay. Yeah, good tip. Hold on to the lap bar if you don't want to get your thigh bruised. Yeah, that's true. You could do that. That would help. Hi, Matthew. The beast when it's hot is rougher than when it's cooler. Interesting. Okay. I mean, Titan Max looks awesome, so I wouldn't be too surprised by that, honestly. Velocicoaster or Tron? Velocicoaster for sure. Does anyone does anyone else like crunchy toes? Ew. Not crunchy ones. Oh man. Love the Beast at Night. Yeah, Beast at Night is unlike anything else. It's so good. Yeah, big one looks pretty cool. It looks like a fun ride. Thank you, W and I. Thank you. I appreciate it. And thanks to you people once again, especially the ones that donated. I really appreciate it. Wasn't expecting that, but I really, seriously, thank you so much. Thank you guys for all the support getting me to 3,000. I can't believe it. It's insane. So, yeah, Beast Night Ride is so good. Oh my gosh, so good. And yeah, thank you, Matthew. Thank you. I hate to say this. Yeah, so I hate to say this because it looks like a few people just got in here. But I'm going to be ending this stream here in a minute. Um, but I do want to. I'll really quickly address what Coaster Lover just said. He says, "Is it a coincidence that X Scream Thrills uploaded video today? That's practically the same type of video you uploaded just yesterday." Um, yeah, that is completely a coincidence. X Scream Thrills uploaded a video today about his favorite coaster names, and there were actually a couple people in the comments, some of my supporters who I was disappointed to see that they were ragging on X Scream Thrills because he released the same video concept a day after I did. And I had to step in and be like, I'm like, cut out all the negativity because people were accusing him of copying my idea, blah, blah, blah. First of all, other people have done it even before I did. It's not an original idea. It's something I've been wanting to do for a while. Other channels have done it before. And even if he did know about me doing that video, which he didn't, there's no way we could have known each other was doing the video around the same time. Um, we don't, none of us own those ideas, those, anybody is free to do those kinds of videos. People have in the past. And yeah, exactly. And like Stanford Birch said, it takes time to make a video. You don't just, typically it takes more than like a day to make a video. A lot of work goes into it. But yeah, it's completely a coincidence. But you guys definitely should go check out X Scream Thrills if you haven't already, and check out that video he did. And let him know how great his work is because he does really good content. I love X Scream Thrills. I've been following him for a long time. Um, but yeah, we just happened to upload the same video concept one day apart. I did mine yesterday. He did his today. And please don't accuse him. It's there's no reason for that. I was really disappointed to see a couple people that follow me acting like that. Really. So yeah. But anyway, X Scream Thrills, great channel. Go check it out. But anyway. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for joining this live stream. I'm going to get going now. I'm really tired, to be honest with you guys. I'm really exhausted right now for some reason. I have to get up pretty early tomorrow too. So I'm gonna leave you guys now, and I will see you guys for the Coaster Cafe live stream on Saturday at noon. Once again, thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you for the tips that I got. That was so awesome to see. Made my day. You guys are awesome. So you guys have a good night, and I will rest up. Thank you. And we just hit an hour, so we just made it to an hour. That's awesome. All right, I'll see you guys. Have a good one.